Ever feel like your brain is running a 24/7 what-if marathon while you're just trying to enjoy your coffee? You're not alone, and today, we're about to slam the brakes on that worry train. In this video, I will provide lessons that help me kick worry and anxiety out of the driver's seat. Here's the deal. Worry might think it owns you, but it's about to get evicted. Left unchecked, constant worrying doesn't just rattle your nerves. It hijacks your productivity, drains your creativity, and keeps your biggest goals stuck in neutral. Ever notice how hard it is to focus on a project when your mind is busy running disaster scenarios? Or how those late-night thoughts about what if everything goes wrong kill the spark of a great idea before it even starts? That's worry stealing your time, energy, focus, brilliance, and productivity. But not today. Together we'll laugh at the silly lies anxiety tells, uncover why your mind loves to hit the panic button, and, most importantly, learn how to take back control. I'll share practical, science-backed strategies that actually work, from quick mindfulness resets to clever mental tricks that quiet those what-if spirals. We'll talk about how to spot your personal triggers and how to replace frantic thoughts with focused action so you can stay on track and bring your best ideas to life. Stick with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll not only have a calmer mind, you'll also have a sharper focus, stronger creativity, and a toolkit to keep anxiety and worry in check. So grab a seat and let's show worry who's boss, because life's too short to let fear steal your productivity, your goals, or the spotlight. Lesson 1. Why your brain loves to panic. Let's start with a shocking truth. Your brain is basically an overcaffeinated caveman. Worry is its way of jumping up and down, yelling, "Saber-toothed tiger ahead," even if the only real threat is an email from your boss. At its core, worry is a built-in survival system. In prehistoric times, the constant lookout for danger kept our ancestors alive. Great for avoiding wild animals. Not so great when the danger is just a big presentation or a late Amazon delivery. A little worry can actually be helpful. It nudges you to prep for that meeting or remember to set an alarm. However, when worry becomes excessive, it turns into a noisy roommate who never stops talking. Suddenly, you're lying awake at 2 a.m., mentally replaying conversations, or catastrophizing about things that might never happen. Obsessing over a presentation can actually trip you up more than the presentation itself, like practicing for a race by tying your own shoelaces together. Here's the kicker. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between a real threat and an imaginary one. It reacts the same way whether there's a lion outside the cave or just a what-if lurking in your head. That's why it's so important to spot the difference between genuine problems you can act on and made-up disasters that only drain your energy. Once you realize your mind is wired for ancient survival mode, you can stop letting it run the show. Recognizing that most modern worries aren't life or death is the first step to kicking unnecessary anxiety to the curb, and finally, telling your inner caveman to chill. Lesson 2. Focus on today. Past and future can wait. Your brain loves to time travel. 1 minute, it's replaying that embarrassing thing you said in 2014, and the next, it's stressing about a future that hasn't even RSVP'd yet. No wonder it feels like mental whiplash. The antidote? Living inside what Dale Carnegie called day-tight compartments. Think of it like putting today in a sturdy little box, shutting the lid, and refusing to let yesterday or tomorrow sneak in and make a mess. Here's why this works. When you focus only on what you can do right now, mental clutter starts to shrink. Past regrets lose their grip because, let's face it, you can't unsend that awkward text. And future worries? They don't even exist yet. Why invite them to the party? Staying present doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means dealing with life one day at a time, like a to-do list you can actually finish. The magic is that your mood, relationships, and even productivity all get a serious upgrade. You listen more, notice more, and suddenly the coffee tastes richer, and your friends' jokes are actually funny. Plus, your mind stops sprinting laps around problems you can't solve today. So go ahead, seal today in its own mental container. Let yesterday take care of itself, and tell tomorrow to wait its turn. Your inner time traveler might pout, but you'll gain a calmer brain, sharper focus, and a front row seat to the only show that matters right now. Lesson 3. Control what you can, ditch what you can't. If your brain were a closet, it would probably be stuffed with what-ifs you haven't worn in years. Time to declutter with the ultimate mental trick. Sort your worries into 2 piles, things you can control and things you can't. Think of it as giving your thoughts the Marie Kondo treatment. Here's how it works. Grab a mental grid and drop every worry into one of 2 boxes. Box 1, stuff you can actually do something about. Box 2, everything else, aka the universe's problem, not yours. For example, you can't control whether the hiring manager woke up cranky, but you can crush your interview prep and show up like a rock star. When you focus on what you can control, you switch from powerless to powerful. Your energy goes toward real action instead of endless fretting. It's like watering the plants you own instead of the neighbor's yard. Meanwhile, obsessing over uncontrollable things, like the weather, other people's opinions, or whether your Wi-Fi will glitch mid-Zoom, just drains your brain battery. The magic move? Drop box 2, worries like hot potatoes. Accept that some things are out of your hands and feel the instant relief of a lighter mental load. By channeling your time and energy into what you can change, you reclaim your sanity and actually get things done. Before we dive into the next lesson, please listen. I'm not saying subscribing is the same as everlasting love, but it's pretty close. I'm down on one knee here. Will you do me the honor of hitting that subscribe button? Don't worry, no in-laws included, just great productivity and self-development videos, and maybe a few of my grandpa's jokes. Also, if you find value in this video, even if just a little, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Let's grow beyond limits together. Thank you, my friend. Now let's continue. Lesson 4. Quit time traveling. Ever catch your mind sneaking off on a what-if vacation to the future? 1 minute you're sipping coffee. The next you're imagining job losses, health scares, or a meteor landing on your car. This mental time travel feels productive, like you're planning ahead, but it usually just builds a mountain of stress out of imaginary pebbles. Here's the problem. When you're busy worrying about a tomorrow that hasn't happened, today's opportunities quietly slip by. That's a productivity killer. You can't crush a project, finish that proposal, or brainstorm your next big idea if half your brain is busy starring in a doomsday movie. Worrying about the future hijacks your focus and creativity, leaving you stuck in what-if mode instead of get-it-done mode. Sure, planning is smart. Setting goals, saving money, or prepping for an interview? All good. But there's a big difference between strategic planning and obsessively forecasting every possible disaster. When the what-ifs take over, your mental energy gets scattered and your best work never makes it out of the gate. The fix? Anchor yourself in the present. Use grounding techniques, deep breathing, a quick body scan, or even jotting down 3 things you can do today to pull your mind back from tomorrow's cliffhanger. When you stay in the now, your judgment sharpens, your to-do list gets tackled, and your creativity finally has room to breathe. Lesson 5. Turn your worries into a to-do list and shred the rest. Here's a productivity secret. Not all worries deserve a seat at your mental board meeting. Some belong in the action folder, others go straight to the recycling bin. The trick is figuring out which is which, fast. Start by running every worry through a quick mental filter. Can I do something about this right now? If yes, congratulations, you found an actionable worry. These are the gems you can actually work with. Maybe it's polishing a presentation, scheduling that doctor's appointment, or having a long overdue conversation with a teammate. Actionable worries are gold because they hand you a clear next step, which transforms jittery anxiety into forward motion and measurable progress. However, there's another category, the non-actionables. These are the mental freeloaders. Examples include worries about the weather, someone's random opinion of you, or global events you can't control. They drain focus, crush creativity, and slow your march toward your goals. Keeping them around is like giving a motivational speech to a brick wall. Zero payoff. Here's where productivity skyrockets. When you channel energy only toward what you can change, you reclaim hours of mental bandwidth for real work. Finishing projects, hitting deadlines, brainstorming your next big idea. Instead of spinning in circles, you're moving in a straight line toward your goals. Lesson 6. Sense sessional grounding. Your built-in anxiety buster. Do you want a fast pass out of the worry spiral? Wake up your senses. They're like a personal back-to-reality button you carry everywhere. Our 5 senses aren't just for enjoying pizza or spotting a double rainbow. They're powerful anchors that pull us out of racing thoughts and straight into the present moment. Here's how it works. The next time your brain starts staging a disaster movie, pause and take a sensory roll call. Notice the shades of color in the room, the distant hum of traffic, the texture of the chair beneath you. Feel the air on your skin or the weight of your feet on the floor. With every detail you name, your runaway thoughts lose speed and calm moves in. The beauty of this method is its simplicity. No pricey gadgets, no hour-long workshops. You can practice it while waiting in line, walking the dog, or sipping your morning coffee. Think of it as an instant productivity reset. By grounding yourself, you free up mental energy that would otherwise be hijacked by anxiety. That means sharper focus for work, fresher ideas for creative projects, and more stamina for tackling your goals. Whether you're feeling the sun warm your face, listening to the rustle of leaves, or savoring that first bite of chocolate, you're training your brain to stay present. Over time, this sensory practice builds resilience, enabling you to bounce back more quickly when life throws curveballs. Lesson 7. Worry by appointment only. Think of worry like that one friend who shows up unannounced and overstays their welcome. It's time to give it some boundaries. One surprisingly effective approach is to treat your worries like business meetings. Schedule them. Yes, you heard that right. Put your anxiety on your calendar. Here's how it works. Designate 15 to 30 minutes each day as your official worry time. This isn't about ignoring your concerns. They're persistent little things after all, but instead containing them so they don't crash every other party in your brain. During this scheduled worry session, grab a pen and paper and let those concerns take center stage. Write them down, explore them, maybe even introduce them to each other. But when the timer goes off, it's eviction time. The beauty of this approach lies in training your brain that worries have office hours, not 24/7 access. When anxious thoughts try to barge in during your morning coffee or evening Netflix binge, you can politely redirect them. Sorry, worry time isn't until 3 p.m. Take a number and wait in line. This technique does more than just organize your mental chaos. It gives you back control over your headspace. Instead of letting worries squat rent-free in every corner of your day, you're reclaiming your time and mental real estate. Here's the hard truth. Every day you let worry run the show is another day stolen from the life you deserve to live. We've just handed you the keys to mental freedom. Scheduling your worries like the VIP appointments they're not. Transforming paralyzing anxiety into productive action, and reclaiming the focus that worry has been hijacking from your dreams and goals. But here's what separates the people who change their lives from those who stay stuck. Action. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Make the decision today. Your brain has been running the same anxious programs for years, and it won't rewire itself by accident. It's time for you to take the wheel. Now listen, if you find this information helpful, why keep it to yourself? Subscribe for more game-changing insights and share this with that friend who keeps saying they'll start tomorrow. You could be the angel they've been waiting for. Let's build a community of relentless learners and doers. Now go out there and make it happen. We believe in you. Thank you